MFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the London BlackKnights and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you alongside Charles Davis. The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you can get a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards to start their first drive of the game.
That's multiple times now. He's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Lance. He rifles one that's intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. Throwing to start the drive. Gannon. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they get after them early.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. And no return here. Where will they spot him? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no...
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Following the fumble recovery, Gannon. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Gannon. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Back to throw. Gannon. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either call pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting him score a touchdown versus holding him to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the 1st. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process of offense has to loosen up a little bit, because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And complete to Drake London. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Gannon.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Parker, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Lance now on 1st down.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Pollard going to try the right side. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Off play action. Gannon. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Throwing on 1st down. Gannon. Throw left side complete. That's Robbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's London with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And that's why you spend a 1st-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. To throw on 3rd down. Gannon firing quickly here, and that's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Brian Dable reaching for that challenge flag, and he's going to have the officials review this call. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So that review working out well for Brian Dable. He wins that challenge.
On 1st and 10, Gannon. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. DeForest Buckner, his 2nd sack of the night. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete. It's Gordon. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Operating from the gun. Gannon. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. T.J. Edwards able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down.
And Lance now to throw.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Lance. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Lance. Over the middle, caught by London.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run left with Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made by Dexter Lawrence. No gain on the play. It's now 3rd.
Lance looking to throw it. Got his man. It's London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Lance. Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Here's Lance.
Forced out to his left.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Off of play action, here's Lance.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
On 1st down, Gannon. And his throw is going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Gannon. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look in the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
London about set to take over on offense. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
Throwing on first down. Gannon got Gordon open, completes it.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first and 10, Gannon delivering again to Gordon, and he's got him again. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Second and 4.
Operating from the gun, Gannon.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Azeez Ojulari.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
A final shot before half for Lance.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC Divisional Round game. And it's the Seattle Seahawks who are moving on to the next round as they eliminate the Minnesota Vikings. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Gannon throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd down, Michaels. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be Falcon football.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game. Yet they...
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Atlanta. This is taken around the 12. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st down, Gannon. And Gordon's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Off the play fake. Gannon. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Six yards left on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On 3rd down, Gannon.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Falcons will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So that, Charles, may be the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something, because we're into the 3rd quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Lance to throw it.
Flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. To throw again on 2nd down.
Lance. He'll get that complete to Alberto.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Lance now on 1st down.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
And that is incomplete.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Now Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Lance going to throw.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reynolds. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. Thought that might be the goose egg breaker. Still stuck on 0.
Yeah, this is still a tight game, too. We got to keep that in mind because that miss there, you hang your head, you let it affect you the next time you go out there, then you've really hurt your ball club. Get yourself together. You might get another opportunity, and they're going to count on you to put it through the posts.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
40 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gannon gets it to Gordon. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. To throw on 2nd down. Gannon. And he slings one that's incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Gannon. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Koo knocks this one through the post,
and that will make this a 9-point lead.
So they're able to build on things here with a field goal, but the question is how much longer can they really rely on their defense to pitch a shutout?
That's a great question because the guys on the other sideline are saying, give us the ball. We want another shot at this. So, yes, tight game, you'll take the 3. But this game, it's far from over.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reynolds. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Throwing now is Lance.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lance. Dancing to his left.
Well, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd.
Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Throwing on first down. Gannon. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off-play action. Gannon. He'll buy some time right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Gannon. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This from 54 yards away. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and that'll keep this a 9-point game. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Working from the gun, Lance. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
On first down, Michaels. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Back to throw. Gannon. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. From the gun on third down, Gannon. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Operating from the gun, Lance. Got a man, it's London. The Falcons on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
He hits Adams complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. The throw over the middle, taken in.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Lance.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Into the hands of London.
And they'll get this down to the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast, where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Pinheiro's extra point up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. London about set to take over on offense. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. To the 22-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Gannon got his man complete over the middle. It's Robbins. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he'll get this to the 32.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So all eyes on the Falcons. Down on the scoreboard. Just over a minute 40 to play. A touchdown likely means they move on in these playoffs. Tense moments for the hometown faithful as they've got it with a first down. Here's Lance. And that is incomplete here. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Lance. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Lance looking to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Lance back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Desperation time here. Lance. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. And Lance's throw into the hands of Reynolds here. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and you watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness,
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
Let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.